For decades, Robert Redford looked like the definition of easy grace. The sun-kissed movie star with the confident smile, the effortless charm, and a life that seemed carved from pure Hollywood magic. But behind that calm exterior was a past he rarely shared. And at 88, he finally opened up, revealing that there was one woman who shaped him more deeply than anyone else, a love that left a permanent mark on his heart. Long before he became the legend from Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid or the romantic lead in The Way We Were, Redford was simply a restless kid growing up in a modest Santa Monica household. His father worked long days with numbers, his mother held the family together, and Robert drifted through school half-present. He wasn't a classroom kid. His passion lived in art studios and on tennis courts, not textbooks. He even once warmed up tennis great Pancho Gonzalez, a moment he never forgot. College didn't go well. He partied too hard, lost his scholarship, and found himself expelled, the kind of moment that crushes most young dreams. But instead of giving up, Redford packed a bag and took off across Europe. He lived cheaply, sketching strangers in Paris cafes, painting on cheap paper, and trying to figure out who he truly was. Somewhere along those wandering streets, a spark quietly took hold, the beginning of his path toward acting. When he returned home, he moved to New York, studied painting at Pratt, and later enrolled at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts. There was no instant success, just small parts, endless auditions, and stubborn determination. Everything shifted when he met Lola Van Wagenen, the woman he says changed him forever. She came from a strict Utah background, the opposite of his free-spirited California world. Their connection was immediate and powerful. In 1958, they eloped against her family's wishes, choosing each other over approval. Money was scarce, acting was uncertain, and tragedy struck early when their first baby died shortly after birth. It was a heartbreak that could have broken them. Instead, it pulled them closer. Lola became his anchor, steady, calm, and unwavering. Redford later admitted she was the love of his life, the person who grounded him during years of chaos and rising fame. As Robert's career exploded, Barefoot in the Park, The Twilight Zone, Perry Mason, and then the massive success of Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, the pressure at home grew. He was often away filming while Lola raised their growing family and held the household together. Redford later said he regrets not being more present, but at the time, ambition pushed him forward like a tidal wave. It was Lola who encouraged him to start the Sundance Film Festival, a decision that changed independent cinema forever. Without her belief in him, he said, the festival likely never would have existed. After 27 years, the cracks were too deep to repair. They divorced quietly in 1985, but Redford continued to call Lola the most important woman in his life, proof of how deeply she shaped him. His life moved on, passionate romances, career reinventions, and eventually finding lasting companionship with artist Sybil Zaggers. But that early love story remained the foundation of the man behind the legend. Redford has lived a life of passion, creativity, heartbreak, and resilience. And even now, he says the greatest lessons he ever learned came not from Hollywood, but from the woman who stood beside him long before fame ever did.